What ruined Christmas this year? Typhoon ripped through my family's town in another country. 8-hour time difference. Spent the whole of Christmas Day refreshing for updates. 36 hours. Still no news. I'm going crazy waiting. Me. Was invited to a lovely dinner by my boss with his extended family. Everything went amazingly well, even though I was nervous. I didn't drink anything due to medications, yet still managed to vomit profusely all over his car when he was giving me a ride home. My cousins got a mini bounce house and it popped with like 10 kids inside all under 8. The amount of crying broke my eardrums. My mother-in-law tried to feed my eldest child mango, which she's been allergic to for the past 11 years. My eldest said, "What are you doing? Grandma, I'm allergic." Grandma said, "It'll be okay, it's Christmas." No. Food allergies don't take Christmas off, you idiot. My cousin stole my $250 and once she got caught said, "But I need it and me is too spoiled anyways." She then proceeded to get half of it after crying a fit and refused to give it back until she got some, and after all that I still don't know why her parents don't punish her since they're actually half decent. I caught some sort of stomach bug at 5 o'clock this morning, threw up 8 times since, and couldn't go to my dad's for Christmas, split parents, or my grandparents' house for dinner. I've been more excited for Christmas this year than any other and now I have to spend it in bed. Woohoo. My sister couldn't come home. She moved to another country and couldn't make it back for Christmas. I didn't think I would mind that much. I'm so lonely without her though. We had so many Christmas traditions and I didn't have anyone to laugh with me about everything during dinner. I'm thankful that she's still alive and physically here on Earth, but it was just more lonely than I expected to not have her around. It wasn't a bad Christmas, it just didn't really feel like Christmas. My sister. She's having a mental breakdown and was very much in a "if I can't be happy, everyone else has to suffer" mood. Got the flu. Shit my way to Christmas morning. Well, no one showed up. That kinda killed the spirit. I live in Vancouver, where nobody is originally from. All my friends and girlfriends go home for Christmas. Spent mine alone the last 3 years, so I feel your pain. This year I video chatted with friends all around the world. Asides the no Christmas dinner or presents, I got some candy this year from a new girl I'm dating. It didn't seem as painfully lonely. I found out I was cheated on a few days ago. Everyone forgot I'm allergic to nuts. My niece and nephew's uncle on the other side of the family. His car was found randomly abandoned on the side of the road this morning. Phone inside, vomit in the car, back tire shredded. Whole family had to go out looking for him. He also didn't bother to get his own children any presents because they were stolen out of his car. Got into a big fight with my family. Completely ruined the whole day. My mom, she's basically the Grinch this time of year. She's a narcissist and only cares about her own feelings, and my dad is a coward towards her. I got my boyfriend a model kit. He called it cheap and said it probably wasn't even worth his time to assemble, and then told me later on not to let it discourage me from buying things. One colleague told me about how her husband once had yelled at her for buying them a trip for his birthday present because though she should have bought something cheaper, they could afford the trip and had no economical difficulties at the time, so money wasn't really an issue. This year she got him a PS4 since he's between jobs at the moment, but apparently he'd been fuming about that too, since he'd rather have a PS5 which doesn't come out until next Christmas, and because no games will be released for the PS4, even though they'll be releasing games for it the entire 2020 and upcoming games after that will likely be backward compatible. The PS5 won't be mainstream for a long time. After doing some googling and watching some YouTube, he finally accepted keeping the PS4 instead of returning it. It's just so fucking ungrateful. Mom has the flu, so the family voted to move the family get together to Saturday when I work. No compromise could be made. None of my siblings or extended family invited me over for their small get-togethers, so I spent the whole day alone. Didn't even get a Merry Christmas text back from any family members. My dad called my girlfriend Albina when we went over to visit. She's Honduran. kinda had to leave after that one, especially when he refused to apologize, because that's what they're called. My ex-wife not having the guts to tell me she was doing Christmas dinner with her sugar daddy's family. I don't give a shit if she was here, but she just ghosted my daughters and me. I even asked her yesterday if she was going to be with us for dinner and she said, "Of course I will, why wouldn't I?" It brought back horrible memories about why I left her ass in the first place. To be fair, I had a great evening with my daughters, but there was annoying anger in the back of my mind that I couldn't let go of. A few months ago I decided to cut off my toxic drug addicted mother. Of course, being the holidays, my grandmother and a few cousins decided I needed to get into the Christmas spirit and forgive my mother because it's Christmas and my sisters miss me. I don't know what my sisters have to do with me cutting off my mom. My sisters are adults. We live 1500 miles away from each other. Of course they miss me. I'm not forgiving someone who isn't sorry. I'm not allowing toxic people back into my life just because it's the holidays. My brother picking a fight with my sister over who won World War II. He was wrong and she refused to agree with him. We left when he started yelling. My sister has a degree in political science and her teaching credential in world history and geography. My 5-year-old looked at all his Christmas presents 3 days before Christmas, and the dog peed on the tree, which also got on many gifts. It was suggested that I drive 4 hours round trip to pick up my grandmother for the day. We live the furthest away, and I guess I can spend all that time doing it because I'm single with no kids. Luckily my mother shot that down, but it pisses me off just thinking about how it's fine for me, but not other family that's in the same fucking town. My parents. I moved away with my girlfriend and we both are adjunct professors. My original goal in life was to become a doctor, but I got tired of school and needed a break from school, so I decided to get a job. Anyways, I saw them a couple days ago, and the first thing they gift me is the option to do a summer-long MCAT prep course, where I stay at a dorm for 3 months straight about 2 hours away from my new home. They try to make it seem like a gift, but it's just them showing annoyance that I'm happy with my professor job. A day later I get a long ass email from my dad complaining he has been working since he was 18 and would like to retire soon, so he can't help me anymore soon. He wants me to take the test before September 2020 and that he's been working so long so he could help me with my dreams. He then states that he thinks I'm stagnant because I'm too content with being a professor. I have only taught a semester, so I'm not sure how I've been stagnant, and I'm also 24, so I don't believe I'm being stagnant. Overall it hurt cause they also blame my girlfriend that I haven't achieved my dream, but in reality I'm so burnt out from 2 parents telling me constantly to study and do everything or else they'll be disappointed that I wanted a break, and so after my masters I got a job as fast as I could and moved away. Lastly, they keep saying my dream, but in reality they have taken over this dream that I'm not even sure what my dream is anymore. I really want to go to medical school, but the more they get involved it deters me. I finally got comfortable talking about studying for the test like 3 weeks ago with my girlfriend, but now I'm scared to talk about it. I know I just rambled, but it helped so much to say how hurt I was when I was told all this. Thanks to anyone who read this. My mom screaming at me that I'm stupid, mean, self-centered, a whore, miserable, and a bad daughter. Found out my 19-year-old sister got married to her boyfriend 5 months ago and still hasn't actually told us yet. Apparently she's waiting to tell us until she visits. None of us like her boyfriend, now husband, and he doesn't treat her like she deserves. This visit will be interesting. Found out my family actually had a Christmas party. A few days ago I got a card and directions to a charity dinner. I figured that was their way of telling they weren't doing anything this year. Apparently it was actually their way of telling me I wasn't invited. I'm highly allergic to dogs. My entire extended family loves dogs. To be fair, this is what ruins my Christmas nearly every year. My child yeeted a brand new Nintendo Switch controller into the wall by accident trying to shake it to fling Super Mario's hat in Odyssey. My cat has been missing for over a week. We've put up posters everywhere but there's been no sign of her. I'm actually doubting that she'll come back. I read in a cat book that if cats aren't home after 4 days they most likely won't come home and/or are dead. My dad is a mail carrier and has been having to work 12-hour days ever since Cyber Monday. Forced to work overtime, on Sundays, etc. People at the post office are literally working 80-hour weeks. They are constantly there sorting packages literally 24 hours a day. I know it's silly to complain about having too much business, but the mail service workers are severely overworked in this season. It's not much fun to celebrate a holiday that makes your work a living hell. So yeah, Christmas was ruined.